Hey guys, so I haven't done a video like this in a little bit. I am currently working on a idea for a Batman cosplay. Trying to do something a little bit more on the classic side, something that looks very much like the animated series. I haven't really made too much headway in it because I'm still waiting on the chest logo, which I ordered from, I think it was GC5FX. And I'm also ordering some other stuff from a few other places to try and upgrade. So because I'm telling you guys about this cosplay, I figured I would give you guys a little bit of an idea for how I went about building it and where I came up with, the base suit and majority of this cosplay. So what I started off doing was I found the Adam West Batman suit. It was ready to ship. There were issues with it. There's actually a stain. I don't think the camera picked it up quite well, but I managed to get the stain actually partially out of the bodysuit, and it looked kind of like it was like an oil stain or something like that. But then I turned around and I was trying to figure out how to replace the chest logo because I felt like that was something that I really didn't want to keep. It felt very Adam West, and I wanted classic Batman, but I didn't want to go full-on 1966 Adam West. So what I decided to do was I decided to cut off the logo. What I did was I very, very delicately cut the thread of the actual bat symbol, and then what I did was once I pulled that off, I pulled off whatever flyaway or remaining threading was there. There are still holes over there, but I figure with the bat symbol that I'm going to be receiving that is polyurethane. I was originally not sure if I was going to use polyurethane, leather, or EVA foam, or some kind of craft foam, but I figured the EVA foam could also work too if you blowtorch it or heat gun it pretty well. Either way, when I say blowtorch, by the way, I mean lightly, because I already know somebody in the comment section is definitely going to be like, what do you mean blowtorch? But either way, heating gun would probably definitely be safer. Either way, the black boots, I ordered them from Amazon. I will probably link all of this stuff in the description, just in case you guys are trying to recreate this classic Batman design. But majority of the cosplay came from Sim Cosplay. The cape, the gloves, the trunks, the bodysuit, the belt, and I think that's it. Yeah, that's everything. And then the boots I ordered, I think from Amazon, because it was so long ago. I ordered it for my first BVS suit almost 4 years ago, I think, but I can't remember exactly where I ordered from. So it could have been eBay or Amazon or somewhere. I know it wasn't a specific maker. They weren't really these expensive boots either. They were just relatively inexpensive boots. But the cowl, which is definitely, I think, the thing that makes this look a little bit more on the serious side, was from GauntletFX. It was the Arkham City, Arkham Asylum cowl. So this is also another thing that is a good thing to keep an eye out for. Some cosplayers don't want to spend top dollar on every single item that they get. Sometimes it's good to keep a lookout for B-stock quality stuff. Now, when you get B-stock quality stuff, understand something. This means that it is not top tier and that it is more than likely something that could either degrade or it's imperfect. The best thing for you to do would be to ask what those imperfections are and see whether or not it's worth actually spending the money on. Most of the time, B-stock could also mean that maybe the nose on the inside, it didn't perfectly cast, or maybe the ear, there's a slight little bit that's missing or something when it comes to the polyurethane. It depends on if you really, want it perfect, then I would order the regular, perfected version of it. But sometimes I know a lot of the FX makers and the people that make cowls, they'll usually kind of work with it and try to still, sell it, but sell it at a lower price than the regular casted that they would sell for full price. So I haven't really fully went through with this, but I'm looking for utility belts currently that are kind of more on the yellow side because I still want it to look very classic Batman. So I'm not sure if I'm going to make one or if I'm just going to replace the pouches on the utility belt that I do have. I don't like the pouches that I do have. And I think the buckle, I want to make it like a solid gold buckle. I don't want it to be with like the Adam West logo. So that's also another thing that I'm changing as well. This cape doesn't extend as long as most Batman cosplays do, which I'm not completely against. I mean, I understand that in most iterations, Batman's cape kind of drags. I don't mind that it doesn't. It makes it easier for me to move around, and especially with the cowl, which that's also another thing. I love GauntletFX and a lot of the stuff that he works with and that he does. The only, I wouldn't say criticism, the only thing that I think makes it where I don't like it as much is the idea that when I'm wearing the cowl, for some reason, it is very hard for me to see out of the eyes because I think that the eyes are a little too close together for me and it just doesn't fit properly. Another thing that I will say that I tried to add, which I'm going to probably upgrade eventually, is the muscle suit. I did wear a muscle suit underneath the few photos that I did take of this bat suit. So a lot of people probably will see that there is that muscle suit. That muscle suit is from, I'm trying to think because I'm drawing a blank. Keep in mind, it is 3 a.m. where I am, so that's why I'm probably not entirely the sharpest. It's probably not the greatest time to try to record. But the muscle suit is from Replica Industries. You probably recognize it from when I do my Superman photo shoots. A lot of times, because this muscle suit is detached, I will try to put it on underneath. I want to upgrade the muscle suit, not because I feel like the muscle suit is poor quality or anything of that nature. I think that the one thing that I'm more worried about is because I use it so much for the Superman suit, I don't want it to get damaged. And I do need the chrome to still be intact and be perfect. So I am currently shopping around for muscle suits that I'm eventually going to probably not glue down. I might just wear it loosely underneath the actual bodysuit. There's also a possibility I might even upgrade the bodysuit, and I might do long johns or thermals or something, because there's something about that waffle pattern texture that just feels like it would probably pick up better on camera. So with that being said, I have not added the white lenses. A lot of times I just edit them in through Photoshop or post-production. So I don't really always have it like that. But with this cowl specifically, I feel like I need it because sometimes my eyes look very weird and wonky. Mostly because the cowl doesn't fit my head properly, which I think I am going to eventually invest in another cowl and try to get something still with the long ears, because I want to still stay with something Arkham related, but I might actually go with Ninko Creations with their upgraded Arkham V7.43 cowl, which is really, really cool. But who's to say? I don't know for sure. I'm still looking into it and thinking about what I'm going to upgrade, what I'm going to change. I still am trying to keep it as simple as possible and not overdo it with the utility belt being too modern looking, or the gauntlets being too armored looking and all the other stuff. So with that being said, though, I am going to bring this video to an end. I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little video, and if you are interested in building a Batman suit that's similar to mine, I hope that this helped. If you guys are interested in seeing more videos and more content like this, I will probably upload more. I did have a lot of fun trying to piece this together, and I do like the idea of actually crafting, to some extent, my own muscle suits and stuff like that. So I might order a kit and do it that way so that you guys can see firsthand how that looks. But if you guys are interested in that kind of content, let me know. Otherwise, I won't film it because it is a little bit of a hassle sometimes filming it while you're trying to physically actually do it. But if you guys are interested in it, I might actually be up to doing it. So with that being said, though, I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so that you never miss out on the content that I'm putting up. Thanks.